What's up, Dimitri? Toby, how's it going, buddy? Surely, no picks today. No picks yet. How we doing, Jacob? Nothing on the site. There's previews on every game that's getting played today on the site. Right now, I have not made a bet. That's why there's no bets on the site. Today we break the books. Still might happen, just looking for games. Another game, no picks today. Guys, go to J.A. Cavalier, okay? He's going to give you a bet on both games, the side, the total, and parlay. That's what you get if you want to pick on every single game every day. No, I've got no picks yet. I have not made a bet yet today, as I sent out a message to the VIP customers and I posted on the website. I will be extra cautious right now, especially when betting the NBA with this COVID outbreak. Not about to bet. I'm not about to bet Portland and find out Lillard's out. I'm not about to bet the Suns and find out CP3 and Booker got it. Trust me. 4-0 last night. What was it? 28-7 the week before, whatever it was. Trust me. You making money? Trust me. No picks yet today, gentlemen. I was expecting Washington football under. Still might be. John, just crushing it, bro. Thanks, Mike. Got it. What's up, boss? What's up? Today we stick a hand up the book's ass and treat it like a puppet. All right, let's not get crazy with we're going to beat the book. I don't know how we're going to beat the book. We're going to beat the book on the numbers, and we're going to talk more about that as the show goes on, because a few things I want to touch on is, I wanted to touch on, again, we talk about what separates me from these guys. Break the bookie 4-0 yesterday. That's correct. That's what we were. 4-0, Uncle Glove. Boom. How are you, John? How are you, Jimmy the Saint? Say hello to all you guys first. You are the best. Mermaid, I appreciate that. Yes, I fucking am. Guys, like I said, I'm gonna tell you some other cappers out there. They call themselves cappers. And I want you to go to their site. I want you to go follow them. Look at them. Then you could fucking really appreciate what you got for fucking $19.99. Let's see what we get here. 4-0. I like the approach, no issues. Well, that's the approach, guys. This is the same approach I've had for 40 years, okay? Like I said it last night. Ben didn't have a college game for you guys. He don't force the hand. Sometimes you take a day off. Yesterday, had 4 games. Sunday, the day before, had 5 games. Tonight might be no games. Right now, I don't have a bet. Might be no games. We'll see. If the spot is there, believe me, I want to bet. I want to make money just as much as you want to have action on a game. But I want to make money. Going to the Bucks versus Rockets game tomorrow. I'm tuning in tomorrow, and you're in safe for that game. Well, again, we got to know the situation. Is Giannis back? Is Middleton back? The injuries are crazy, guys. And that's why, like I said, I'm not jumping out on games. You should all have a nice lead, a nice padded lead for Christmas, with no reason to give it back. It's like when you're going hunting. When you see the eyes of the tiger, that's when you want to shoot. Nice Monday. Thanks for all your work. 2NG, I appreciate that. But like I said, that's what I'm supposed to do. Put in work. Not like some fake fucks that just throw darts at a fucking dartboard and give you a game. There's actual reasons. We give you the reasons. Not just say, here, go look at my Telegram and I'll show you who I bet. Lots of unknowns in the NBA, absolutely. John agrees with quality over quantity. That's what it's all about, my man. That's what's going to separate the guys that are going to make some money and the guys that are going to owe the bookie and can't get the girlfriend or the kids a nice gift for Christmas. All right, so as we were saying, fantastic night. Appreciate that, Vinny. What I want you guys to appreciate is how I work. Now, if you guys were on the show last night, me and Ben talked about the 76er Celtic under. And we just get a note, Trae Young, COVID out. So that's going to be for tomorrow. So we were talking about the 76er Celtic game under. This is what we did. Instead of making that a bet early, when the line was 213 and a half, I waited for the injury report. Now we find out Tatum and Embiid are going to be in. What's going to happen when they announce Tatum and Embiid in? The line is going to go higher. So we wait for the line to go up to 215, and that's when we take the under. So we gained 2.5 or 2 points extra by waiting for that news to hit. Embiid, I think, scored 40-something points last night. If Embiid and Tatum or Embiid alone or one of the two are going to be out, we're going under regardless if it's 213 and a half or 213. So why not wait? Again, guys, this is the knowledge that I'm trying to drop on you. This is the knowledge I've gained over 40 years. How the line is going to react to the news of players that are in or players that are out. So now we gained another 2 points on the line. So that game fell on 211. It could have easily been right around the number. So have faith, trust the process, okay? We want to get the injuries. It's different. This is a different time than any other time. You know, for years, your NBA players, they have their flu season. They go through it a lot, the constant travel. This is a whole different animal. Guy tests positive, and it mushrooms out, and 3 guys got it, and now 6 guys on the same team got it. So we want to make sure we're going to make our bets. We don't want to make winning bets. I told you, I got other things I can do for pleasure. I can put my granddaughter on my lap, or I can put my girlfriend on my lap. But there's other things I can do for fun, not just watch a game. When I'm betting to win. If you're betting to win, you came to the right place. You want amusement? You can go fuck it to StuFiner.com. Ben will tell you how much he charges. And you go to a guy like my friend Sally Picks. You know, he's actually put a statement on my post today. Where did I get the money line on the Raiders at minus 115? Almost challenging me like, did I get that line or not? Now, first of all, I'd like some of you guys to chime in, especially my VIP guys that got that early in the morning. Let me know what you laid it at. You just could put it on my post. But for months, when I wasn't even showing my face, I would show you guys the Don Best screen and talk over it and tell you what numbers we were betting, and you could see where the line would go afterwards, just to prove, just to get that credibility with you that I'm getting the numbers before they move. So I don't take bullshit from any of these guys because, like I said, just nothing but clowns. You know, I spoke with Sally, nice guy. We had a conversation, and I told him I like your shtick because that's what he's basically doing. Check him out, Sally Picks. I think it's 585. Go see what his game is. It'll only make you appreciate me more. I think he charges $100 a week. Okay? I try for nothing, for nonsense, for comedy, for a comedy routine. Here's where you get knowledge. You come here, I'm telling you at 8:45, 8:30, 9 a.m. in the morning to bet a game that's moving 3-4 points. So again, I'm not saying check out my competition because I have no fucking competition, okay? Anyway, gentlemen, like I said, that's what we did with the Celtic Philadelphia total last night, and that's what a pro does. Not just, I like the under, let's bet the under. We had reasons, we're going to catch it at the right number, and that's how we do it. Let's talk a little bit more to some of these guys, quality over quantity. We got there. John Stu got 10 plays today. Look, him and J.A. Cavalier, again, you guys want to bet the board? Those are your guys to see. Thanks for being honest. Look, buddy, Jimmy, I'm always honest with you guys. Some days, like I said, I won't have a play. I'm right to the punch. I don't hide bullshit. 10 fucking bets for Stu. Well, again, like I said, that's... guys, they have to have bets. Their game is this. Every Monday night, tonight's Tuesday night, it's not normal to have games on Tuesday night, but because there's 2 football games, Tuesday night, Thursday night, Sunday night, they have to get you in. They have to throw their sales pitch out, and they know everybody wants to watch the TV, the national TV games. So that's when they throw it out there. So they've got to give you a play. I don't have to give you a play. I've told you a million times, I give you a play when I make a play. If I don't bet a game, I don't send it out. Hope everybody re-upped on that OKC game yesterday when I told you I should have made that game, and I love that was our biggest revenge game And then we killed the football game early. And I bet that game early again. I'd like to have my guys throw out there what they laid on the game when I said money line. And again, I told you I only said money line to not confuse anybody, whether that you got it at pick or -1 or -1.5. Money line, get on the game. That game went as high as 3, came back to 2.5. When I tell you a line, that's the fucking line I bet it at. That line is there. I don't fucking play around with that. That's bullshit. That's for frauds to do. You know, when I give you guys a game, that game's moving in the direction I tell you. When the game moves against what I think it should be, I'll bet against them. And I did that on Sunday. I told you we did it on all 4 games. Denver opened as a 1-point favorite, went to 3. We took the Bengals. Bengals went outright. The one game we lost, we went with Carolina plus 14. That game opened 12, went to 14. We lost to the Bills. Our other 2 winners, who the hell were our other 2 winners? Jaguars opened as a 3-point favorite, went up to 6. We bet Texans. Texans went outright. And who the heck's our other one? Detroit, that was Ben's, which was a great one. Another outright winner at a plus 13 outright. And the Ravens was our other one. That line went as high as 9.5. We took plus 9.5. They went for a 2-point conversion at the end of the game. I love that. Love that they went for the money there. Didn't get it, so we lost by a point. So 2 of the dogs that we bet went outright. 1 fell a point short, a 9.5-point dog, and the other dog lost. But we go against the numbers. When I think I should go against the numbers, we go against the moves. I don't worry about other sharp guys, and I certainly don't worry about the suckers. And we've talked a million times, and a couple of guys that I'm close with that I DM, and we go back and forth, and they'll say, well, the public is on. And my statement's always the same. The fox doesn't give a fuck what the sheep are doing. Let them bet whoever they... Look, they can win too once in a while. You know, the old saying in the neighborhood was, even a blind squirrel could find the nut once in a while. So anybody could win. Straight off the streets. What's up, my guy? Julesy, how's it going, buddy? Let's see what else we get here. I'm going to get my man Ben in here. Where are you, Ben? You think I know how to do this, John? Other cappers charge as much as $999 a pick. Look, what other cappers? First of all, I don't even like to call them cappers, guys. Most of them don't know what the fuck they're even talking about. Like I said, I give you a game plan. Me and Ben we laid it out for you last night with that 6 game with the total. And then when the injuries come, that's when we jumped on it. And that's how it's going to be for a while till. I'm just watching this Portland, New Orleans line move going up to 2.5 now. That's how it's going to be in a while till this COVID settles down. I'm not jumping out there in the morning. At this point, and this is a different game right now. I'm always talking about having the best of the number. Right now, you might have to take a little worse of the number to find out the situation. No reason betting on New Orleans because you think Lillard's out, and then not only is Lillard not out, but Ingram's got COVID. So we're not gonna get jammed up like that. X says, Danger John, you're awesome. I'm a bartender in Vegas. I've spread the word. Appreciate that. $39.99. Appreciate that, my man. Spread the word. Look, you guys got to get me up. 3,100 followers. Come on, that's ridiculous. I should have 3 fucking million for the knowledge I'm spilling on you guys. Ben, spill some fucking knowledge on them. Tell them what's happening in college. I'll take a break.
Yeah, guys, how's everyone doing? We got 2 college plays today, 1 in college basketball I really, really love. This one is with Villanova and Xavier. The over-under opened up 137.5. It's down to 136.5, 136 in some spots. The under is 5-1. Nova's last 6 games. It is their last 5 games. They had an average total of 120.2 points. The last 4 meetings with Xavier, the average total was 124. And Xavier's a pretty damn good defensive team. They're 14th in defensive efficiency, 17th in opponent field goal percentage. They're holding teams at 37.9% shooting. And, you know, this is just a classic primetime college basketball game, Big East. It's both ranked teams. You got it's a rivalry matchup in the conference. And, you know, Public's drilling the over right now, and I love the under at 136.5. And then the other one is in the bowl game with SDSU. They're going up against UTSA, and I have another under here. I got it at 49 yesterday. If you guys have been tuning into the streams or the Discord, you guys saw that I got that at 49. It's down to 48 now. I'd still take it at 48. This San Diego State team, they went 11-2 this year because of their defense. Their offense is absolutely abysmal. I think both teams are going to struggle putting up points today. Both these teams are very, very good against the rush. San Diego State's 4th against the rush. They're in rushing yards allowed, and UTSA is 29th against the rush. I think both teams will struggle moving the football. And like I said, this San Diego State team, their offense is non-existent, and they've only stayed in games. They won 11 games this year based on their defense, and I think that's going to continue into the bowl game tonight. So the line movement suggests that. It's already been dropped from 50.5 down to 48. Some of us caught it at 49 if you guys have been keeping up with our stuff. And, yeah, I still like it at 48.
Good, man. I'm just looking at some of these things. It says Ben and John are way too powerful. Now, the only thing I'm a little aggravated about that is they gave you top billing, Ben. I don't know. You're the junior guy over here, but okay. At least your followers are real. These people buy followers. Guys, I know that. Look, that's whole Instagram bullshit game. What you guys get here, like I said, from me and Ben, just it's unmatched. Like I said, go check out some of these other guys. Not only check out what they charge, but see what kind of breakdowns they're giving you. Here's a guy, Zane _Zane HAQ. I love when Ben just spills all his info. Enjoy it. It ain't going to be free too much longer. I'm telling you guys now, Ben is getting almost to that level. So enjoy the knowledge. We're just letting Ben wet your whistle a little bit for you guys out there. Big Ben, baby, straight off the streets. You got a lot of fans. I love it, Ben. Under. Okay, I guess that's the football. What was the other under? I don't. Okay, Ben, I guess they're talking for you for those totals. What were the unders?
One in college basketball with Villanova at 136.5, and the other one is with San Diego State and college football, and that one's now down to 48.
All right, so let's touch on the 2 NFL games real quick because they go off at both go off at 7 o'clock. Then we'll hit the 5 NBA games, and we shall move on from there. Why don't you take the lead here, Ben? What do you look with that first Seattle? Not that it's first; they both go at the same time. But let's talk Seattle Rams first.
Yeah, this is a matchup the Rams own, guys. They're 5-1 against the spread the last 6 meetings. One thing I would say is there's a little bit of playoff revenge here with what happened last year. Rams took them out in the postseason, and Seahawks. I mean, both these teams are coming off back-to-back wins. Rams arguably their biggest win of the year, beating Arizona 30-23. So they're coming off hot. And, yeah, I have a slight lean to the Rams in this game just because of the history in the matchup. They've owned them pretty well. That playoff revenge scares me off a little bit. And no Tyler Lockett tonight for Seattle. So that's another thing. And there's a lot of under trends in this matchup between the Seahawks and the Rams. I mean, in the meetings in both their teams individually, I'm pulling it up here. But the Seattle Seahawks have been one of the best under-trending teams, not just this season, but the last couple of seasons. And here, pulling it up. Yeah, so the Seahawks road games, the under is 6-1, their last 7. The last 5 meetings, the under is 4-1. And for the Rams, the under is 11-3. Last 14 home games date back a bit to last year, and the under is 5-2-1, their last 8 overall. So if I were to touch this game, probably be an under, but I'm staying off of this one.
Well, I like all the reasons that you like under, Ben, and I'm going to add a couple more because not only is Lockett out for Seattle, but the running back Collins is also out. Also, they just announced tight end Higbee, he's going to miss again. He couldn't clear the waivers. So I'm just it's under nothing, and I probably will have a bet on this game, and you guys can read between the lines there. Just like Ben said, Rams off 4-1 the last 5 game, which includes earlier this year at Seattle, beat them by 9 points. I believe that was a Thursday night game and the playoff game. But Seahawks did win in LA last year. They beat them by 11. Just can't back them with 2 of your offensive guys, Lockett and the running back Collins out. Staying off this game as far as the side, the total I might have a bet on, so you might want to check that. Philly and Wash, what are you looking at, Ben?
Yeah, this is a big injury game here for Washington. They have a bunch of issues. I mean, it's tough to make the Eagles a 9.5-point favorite. I don't know if they're that good to be a 9.5-point favorite. They do have a good history against Washington, but this game's going to be done on the ground, guys. It's going to be the battle there. Philly is number 1 in rushing yards in the NFL. Washington is 4th in rushing defense and rushing yards allowed. So it's going to come down to if Washington can stop the run game for Philly. But Philly, I mean, they went up against the Broncos, great rushing defense. They ran all over them. Went up against the Saints, great rushing defense, ran all over them. So they haven't been stopped by good rushing defenses. I don't know if Washington's going to be able to do that today. But again, both these teams, with Gilbert being the quarterback for Washington, we're again looking at a bit of an under here. The under's 3-0. Washington's last 3 games. It's actually 6-1 their last 7 overall. And Philly run team, Washington not much of an offense here. McLaurin still questionable, leading receiver. And it's another game. I lean Washington and under a pass.
Just can't bet Washington betting they're decimated. It's 9 points a lot, but Philly does have a couple of blowouts under their belt this year. Did it to the Jets just the week before the bye. They did it to the Saints the week at home. Gilbert, I mean, you're down to your 3rd string quarterback, so it's not Heineke, it's not Allen, it's Gilbert. If they're going to miss McLaurin also, that's their only other offensive weapon. McKessick, they've put him on the IR, so he's going to be gone. And then they're just totally decimated. You're missing Sheriff, the all-pro offensive lineman, and beat up on the defensive side of the ball with this COVID. Just it's even though it's a big number, this is Philly or nothing. I'm a little mad at myself that I didn't get on this number a little earlier. But I was hanging in limbo. They were saying if Heineke passed the COVID test this morning, he would play. He didn't, and there you got it, a 9.5-point line. So to me, I don't have a bet on this one, but it's under or no or nothing, and Eagles or nothing. Just can't have 3rd-string quarterback with a banged-up D, no offensive weapons going for me. So you can see how 2 geniuses could have different opinions, and that's, I guess, what me and Ben are going on today. But at least we have reasons for why we're going on the games, not just because one of our dots hit the fucking wrong side of the board. They all love Ben's cute baby face. Oh, you got a real follower there, Ben. I used to have a cute baby face when I was 23 also. What the fuck? Yeah,
I missed that. Who's calling here?
Who said baby face? M.M. Moore.
Oh, good old Moore. He's been a good follower of the stream for about 6 months now. What's up, Moore?
I got a good one here. You guys ever been banned by a book straight off the streets? So straight off the streets, let me explain the old ways. Now, if you guys have been followers for a while, you've heard me talk about Billy Walters. And Billy and all the hot players, the computers, the coaches who they used to play the baseball back in the day. Anytime you got too hot, just like I've had these runs also, you couldn't get down quick enough. Okay, so we used what's called a beard. Okay, meaning I would get somebody like Ben or one of my other friends that aren't known for gambling, and they would put the bets in. Not me, not my voice, not my account. This way it would come from a John Doe instead of me. Like in today's world, you have the computers. As soon as you make a bet, if you're one of the sharp guys, your account is already flagged. So they know where that money's coming from, and the line moves as soon as you place that bet. Like I said, most of the offshore books and casinos are moved by computers. So if your account is flagged, like say back in the day, Billy Walters would come in with a bet. Let's say he gave us a college basketball game at -2.5. We didn't go to 3 or 3.5. We went to 4.5 because once word got out that he was on that game, there was no opposition. You understand? So have I been banned? Here's what I've been banned for. I would try to go to get into smaller guys that had cheats with somebody. 2 bets, 3 days. He beat the number by 3 points. As soon as that happens, they chase you. Okay? Again, like I was saying, kidding around with Ben, he always gives these off the board college teams. Give me a team, Ben, that you get IPUFW, whatever it is. You couldn't ask me that game because I smell a sharp guy. You know, maybe you're an alum of Michigan. You want to watch the Michigan game. Duke, North Carolina. Those are games. That's a betting man's game. You start asking me about a game that they're not even on TV back in the day. I'm like, no. You got the wrong number. So, yeah, we used to use beards. There was always to get in. But I got blackballed by a lot of guys. For a while, I couldn't get a bet down. As it changed, just like the Vegas changed. Vegas changed from back in the day. I used to go there with my old man. And that was a spot for the high rollers. Vegas changed into family people. Get mom and dad to drop fucking dollars in the slots. It became a whole different thing. So they didn't cater to the high roller. They catered to the families. And that same thing as the book of business. Why take the sharp guys? Give me all the suckers in the world. Who are you going to make the money off of? And anyway, so that was a great question. But anybody that's been sharp like that, look, I've banned guys from my book back in the day. I don't want no sharp guys coming in. We use them when we can move the line to our advantage. So like before we had all this computer stuff, I could take a bet from Billy or one of Billy's guys, one of his movers, guys that moved games for him, or one of the card players guys. And I know that we can move this high enough where before word gets out that that's their game, I can get some buyback, or I can get the bet. Let's take a basketball game. Team A, he bets Team A -2.5. Even if I go lay 3 and I move it to 4.5, the followers are going to come in once they know it's Billy's game, and they're going to lay 4.5. So I'm laying 3, and I'm running a point and a half out of it. It's a whole bunch of games that we played with this, but that's just some of it. With Wilson out, they were under. Okay, so I guess he's talking to one of the other guys. Ben, let him know how we cashed that Kent State running back over.
Oh, yeah, he was that straight? Yeah, straight. So he messaged me this morning, was asking me about the player prop for the quarterback, and I just told him that Kent State is 9th in rushing, going up against one of the worst rushing defenses in college football. I'm not a big prop guy, but some kind of games just kind of spit it for you. And the prop bet was 85.5, and he had 106 before halftime. So that was a easy prop bet cash.
I heard Kappas are buying your picks and reselling them. God bless them. Look, I don't even want to call guys out, but a certain guy that's challenged me, he's asked me for my picks. It got to be a little bit of a habit. I told him, buddy, if you want my picks, go to my website. So, yeah, plenty of guys want my guys. Guys want my picks because, like I said, I know what the fuck I'm doing. And you guys that have been with me, you know. Like I said, I might lose. I might have a losing week. You know, some guys are yelling and screaming, you hit 10 in a row. Good for you. But you got to have a clue what you're doing. We're going to hit a patch where we don't have a winning day or a winning week. Going to happen. But we're going to win a lot more than we're going to lose. And I'm going to give you the reasons why we're on certain teams. Computer boys. Yep, computer boys. Those were the guys back in the day. You don't want any Bernie Birnbaum's finding out what your plays are. Guys, look, there's no way to hide my plays. I give my plays out for free on live sometimes, okay? So once I put them out there, 10 guys could share the same plays. That's the way this game is. But I put my plays out there. Look, I'm looking at bigger things than the 1999. This is just something that come by, okay? When I talk about my ratings, and I keep throwing out there ESPN's ratings as far as their BPI and FPI and knocking Sargon's ratings, that's my ultimate goal, is to be recognized as having the best ratings because they are the best fucking ratings. And NBA, my ratings are unmatched. So anyway, the guys are too young to know what you're saying. Cunyo, my man, I know they are. It's old timers like us. Cunyo's an old friend of mine. He knows the fucking real deal. Eagle skins under or nothing, Mermaid. That was my feel on it. What was your feel on that one, Ben?
With the Washington game, yeah, under or nothing. I'm planning on live betting Washington in that game, guys. Eagles are top 5 in first quarter scoring. I feel like we might be able to get Washington in double digits, but yeah, it's kind of a toss-up game for me on that one.
Yeah, right. Let's talk bets. All right, we're going to talk bets. We're going to talk NBA. You're asking if there's any NBA today. So we talked a little bit about the 2 NFL games. Let's talk some NBA bets. And I see my man Blue Whale Bets out there talking about I'm going to be doing the show on my wife beater. By the summertime, absolutely. When I get back down to Florida, I'll be doing it in the wife beater. We'll be doing the show. What do we got here? We got 5 games tonight. Washington and Brooklyn, that one's been postponed. So you got Pacers at the Heat. You want to start with that, Ben?
Yeah, Pacers Heat, guys. So first off, I feel like I'm going to sound like a fucking repeating clock today talking about unders, but this is another game where the unders are just screaming off. You can't ignore it with the Heat and the Pacers. For the matchup, for the Pacers, the under is 10-1 the last 11 road games. It's 5-2 the Heat's last 7 overall, and it's 8-3 the last 11 meetings. The Heat's last 7 games had an average total of 203.2 points per game. And it's just this. I mean, you add in all the extra injuries. Obviously, the Heat have been banged up for quite some time, last several weeks. It's just another spot where the under is just too hard to pass up for me. So I lean there. And then as far as the teams, as far as the spread on this game, I don't have a big feeling one way or the other. Indiana comes off the win against Detroit. Miami comes off the loss against Detroit. And it kind of feels like a bit of a bounce back spot here for the Heat, but I'm not touching the spread.
Okay, so in this game, Tyler Hero's coming back after a couple of games he's missed. Butler's still out, obviously. Adebayo's still out. And also P.J. Tucker's going to be out. Pacers are a slight favorite, 2-point favorite on the road because of those guys being out, and also because Miami went into Indiana and beat them by 9 points their last game. They split 2 meetings this year. Tough game. I'm right around the number. I don't make Pacers 2, but I do make them a slight favorite, a half to 1 point. So a little too close. This game goes any higher with Hero back. I might be interested in the Heat. Go ahead, Ben. You got Pistons and Knicks.
Pistons and Knicks. This is a matchup, guys. The Knicks just owned. They dominated them all entire last season. I mean, what was the point differential there? It was 73 combined points between the 3 wins last season. They absolutely owned them. The over in this game, 6-2 last 8 for the Pistons, 7-3 Knicks last 10. So that's a slight lean there. But Knicks 5-0 straight up, and the last 5 meetings, 5-0 just straight up and against the spread. So for me, it's Knicks or pass. They just own the team. No way I could touch Detroit in this spot. But haven't loved the Knicks at home this season, so I don't know if I'm going to be touching it.
Haven't loved the Knicks anywhere this season. And again, this is you still got Randall, you still got a couple of guys there, but you got a host of guys out, right? So you got Barrett out. Topping out. Grimes, who started to play okay a little bit, he's out. Knox is out. Rose is even questionable. In the last game, they finally dusted off Kemba Walker and got him in the lineup, and he actually gave him some. I don't know why they're not playing him no more. I don't understand what that's all about. But anyway, like Ben said, Knicks absolutely own this matchup. This line started higher, and again, my numbers don't suggest this line should be 9, and that's where it was early in the morning. But I couldn't take the 9 because of the way the Knicks own them. Knicks have been off for 2 days. This will be Pistons 3rd and 4. They won their last game against Miami on Sunday. So the Knicks wanted this a little more. I think they beat them 3 times by a combined 73 points last year. So to me, the numbers suggest Pistons. The spot says the Knicks, even without their guys. But again, they're shorthanded with a bunch of guys. We want great spots. This is not a great spot. Pacer Miami game, just not a great. Yeah, we got leans, not great spots. Right now, we're not beating the books. We're punishing the books. You guys' pockets should be fucking full. Pick your spots. When we see the whites of the eyes, that's when we're going to shoot. Portland at Pelicans. Ben, I'll go first on this one. And again, this game comes down to injuries, guys. Now, if Portland was at full health, and by full health I mean they've got Lillard questionable with a hamstring. Little, they have a questionable undisclosed. Does that mean COVID? And Nurkic, the center, with ribs, questionable. If those 3 guys were in and were all healthy, my number on this game would be New Orleans 1.5. The game right now, sitting at 2. Again, you've got those question marks. We got to get the answers to those questions. Last year, Portland won all 3 matchups, but only by a combined 11 points, all 3 games. So they played three tough, 3 close games last year. Again, comes down. Got to know if Lillard's in or not. What do you got there, Ben?
I mean, this is just a immediate read for me of New Orleans or pass. I mean, Portland has just been too miserable on the road this season. 3-12 against the spread. They're 15 road.
They're home. Pelicans are home. Oh, Portland. Okay, good.
Been brutal on the road. Yep. And 2-5 against the spread the last 7 meetings. You guys hear me talk about unders a lot. This is a game actually leaned pretty heavy to the over. I mean, the last 5 meetings had an average of 238 points. The over is 4-1. The Pelicans' last 5 home games, 7-3 last 10 overall. And so slightly in there to the over, and this Pelicans are past. I mean, Portland's been miserable on the road. They haven't done well in this matchup, and all the injuries. If Lillard's out, obviously New Orleans is the play. If Nurkic is even out, I still like New Orleans. Portland's just been too rough to take on the road.
Okay, so I'm just getting some more info. So the next game, as we get down to it, I'm punching it up. So you got Minnesota and Dallas, and this is just a whole COVID head mind fuck. So for Minnesota, you got Patrick Beverly out, Vanderbilt out, Okogie out, Taurean Prince out, and Anthony Edwards. He's been out for the last couple of games. So now Dallas, you've already had Reggie Bullock out, Josh Green out, Max Kleber out, and now they're adding Tim Hardaway Jr. out. Also questionable, Porzingis. And guys, and this is the reason, like I said, this is why I'm not betting as many games as well, today was no games, but I'm not betting as many games in the morning. Yesterday there was the one standout game. There was the OKC Memphis game. And like I said, I didn't give a fuck John Moran was going to come back or not. Once it hit 9.5, that was a take for me. But that was the only game I gave you early in the NBA. And just like I said, here's a game, perfect reason. There's just so many question marks. I can't even give you a real read on this. If Dallas was healthy, if Minnesota was healthy, they would come back. These two teams just played on Sunday. If you remember, you know we had the loser. It was the one loser that we had in NBA the last couple of days. We had the Mavericks plus 3.5. Had the lead at the end of the third quarter, couldn't hold it. So this would be a perfect spot. You know I'd be all over Dallas. Different situation. How many guys are going to be missing with Dallas? How many more guys are going to lose with COVID before game time? Again, can't give you an informed decision. Stay tuned. Stay with us. What do you got there, Ben?
Yeah, it's like you said, it's an injury game all over the place. Too tough to read. If Dallas was a bit healthier, I think Dallas is a read on a little revenge game. They played a couple nights ago. It's tough to beat the same team in a span of 3 days, especially in the NBA when you're traveling from two different arenas, 2 different spots. But no really over-under read either. A lot of over trends for Minnesota, 6-1 their last 7. They've been putting up points, but then you add in all the injury factors. Don't know if that'll continue. So if there wasn't for the over trends, I would love the under with all the injuries, but Minnesota's just been putting up points, so I can't go that way.
Okay, Thomas _gamble _edge. Unless I hear you say I love it, I don't want it. No, look, I'm not going to say I love it often, guys. I'm not saying not be that conservative, but right now we're going to be very, very conservative, especially in the morning. What else we got here? And Luka is out. Yeah, of course Luka is out. He's missed the last few games. Money Man Massa, my man Matt Peterson. I'm still waiting for some of you guys to fucking join us. And I also want to extend the opportunity for any of the cappers out there. Anytime you guys want to come on and talk about why you put in 8 and 9 to 1 money line favorites, we can discuss that. I'm willing to share that time with anybody. Look, seriously, I kid around a lot, but we can have a conversation with anybody. Again, it'll only show you what separates us from anybody else. Last game on the board, guys, Phoenix Suns at the Lakers tonight. And in this one, Booker came back in his last game, so he's got a game under his belt. He wasn't great in that game. Expect him to play a little better tonight. Suns won the first matchup earlier this year. They also knocked the Lakers out of the playoffs last year after they knocked them out 4-2. As you know, Lakers, another team absolutely decimated between COVID and now losing Anthony Davis to the MCL. So you've also got, with COVID, Howard out, Horton Tucker, Bazemore, Reeves, Avery Bradley, and Malik Monk. And it's just that's why you've got Phoenix as a 6.5, 7-point favorite on the road. This game, to me, guys, my numbers say it should be 8.5. So because there's a little revenge on the Lakers side, I can see it being right around where the number is. But I'm not jumping on the revenge here and taking the Lakers. And again, it's LeBron James and Russell Westbrook and a few other guys. It's not the Lakers.
Yeah, it's a hard team to back. going up against the Suns when you're missing one of your top 2 players in Anthony Davis is going to be a nightmare. This Lakers team is already pretty rough defensively. Anthony Davis is their best defensive player. And, yeah, I would say the under because of all the trends, but with all the issues here for the Lakers, I just don't know how much defense they're going to be able to play tonight. The under is 5-1-1 last 7 meetings, 3-0-1 last 4 Suns road games, 6-1 Lakers last 7. All the trends are there for the under, but I really don't know how much defense this Lakers team is going to be able to play tonight, and I feel like it could be a lot of running and gunning, a lot of points.
All right, guys. Like I said, not only is that invitation out for any cappers, it's out there for anybody. Any of you guys want to come on? As long as I know you're a follower, I'm not just letting any random person on. But if I know you're a follower, you remember how to beat the bookie, love to have you on. What do we got? Yo, John, we want to see you do a live video with Ben one night. A few of us that follow him live, we're talking about let's make it happen. So yeah, I know Ben has got to let me know how to even work Twitch. I don't even know how to work Twitch. So once I have Ben takes me into the 21st century and gets me working on all this stuff, we'll figure it out. But I'd love to be there. But here's the deal, guys. And that's why me and Ben work first of all, we work as a really great team because I don't really respect too many young guys. I respect a work ethic. Ben's working around the clock, and that's what I need. But it works also good because I'm on the East Coast, he's on the West Coast. So when it's time for me to wind down because I'm up at 6 o'clock in the morning, Ben's doing that. So it'd be a little tough to throw me in at nighttime. I'm doing my stuff in the morning too. But we'll get that done. Me and Ben have been talking about maybe doing something on a Saturday, and we'll get some stuff going very shortly, I would expect. Well, Ben is still trying to buy camera batteries. I don't know what that inside joke.
Yeah, with the camera I use for the stream, whenever we stream, like on Sunday, we stream for 10 hours, and at one point the camera died a little bit, so I need a little break for it to rest up, but it's, I don't know, it's not a big deal.
Ben is going to be big enough to have a whole fucking film crew there one day, so he's getting there. He's on his way. Guys, that's pretty much it. Again, our How to Beat the Bookie members, we got off the air last night. I got the lineups. I sent you out the Philly, Celtic under, another winner. We went 4-0. That could happen again tonight. If it doesn't, we gave you 4 games yesterday. I gave you 5 the day before. I'm only going to give you games. If I make a bet, that's when I'm sending it out. And again, I want you guys to throw up on the site whatever you laid on the Raiders money line yesterday. And also, if you guys put me in your story, come on, put me in your story. Let's get my fucking followers up, and I'll put it in my story. Anyway, guys, that's a wrap for tonight. Tomorrow's going to be a short card. What do we got here? 2, 4, 6 NBA. Thursday's got a big full card, and then Friday is Christmas Eve. So me and Ben will talk over how we're going to work these next few days, but that's the story. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 5 o'clock. Let's make some money.
Good luck, guys.